So I've not made a video in like the past like billion years, mostly because of school and stuff. But I'm back, stronger than ever, and it's time for a leg day. All right, flipping beautiful. So to start off, hold up. I got a nice little loadout right here. Now I'm gonna be doing heavy squats today. Last time I think I filmed squats, I was on that 185 zone. Since it's been like a billion years, now I'm repping that 225 zone. So of course, I'm gonna need the flippin' floppy back, flippy floppy thing, back brace, so that I don't break my spine in like a billion pieces. And this is something I'm really excited about right here. This is the same exact pre-workout as last video. It's become so old now that it's turned into like
its own state of matter.
Here, let me show it to the camera. If the pre-workout you have turns into like pebbles and stuff, then you know that like the caffeine is gonna hit 10 times more. So just as a little thing, let's do one little brick right now. By the way, one single scoop of this is an ultra concentrated pre-workout, has 350 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm kind of scared. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, but since it's a Saturday, I didn't have that much good sleep. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Nice, healthy brick. Yummy. Of course, fruit punch flavored, because why not? Now, I don't have water on me, but there is one thing I have that I'm going to use as the transportation device to consume this unholy thing, and that is my classic amino acids mixture. So this is like that's gonna like superpower it. After doing this, I'm gonna turn into like a Resident Evil boss fight. I'm definitely feeling stronger. I think I got like a billion grams of beta alanine, milligrams of caffeine. I'm feeling ready for a good 8 to 7 reps, full range of motion, 225-pound squat. We can do that. I'd be flipping happy, flipping out of my mind. Now, of course, there is one very important thing that I've yet to show you from my loadout, my gym loadout. Always take this with me to the gym, dude. All right, but now we're gonna do the workout. All right, so the biggest issue why I've not been like uploading for the past like billion years now is mostly because of school. Like third quarter just passed, and I've been absolutely getting steamrolled. Talking about like 50s back to back on exams, not quizzes, exams. End of the day, we still up. Now as for a warm-up, I'm doing 35 pounds each side, full range of motion, 45-pound plate between my legs at the bottom, so that I can get that full stretch on the quads. Now, I have been on main gain for a while, and I've noticed just a little bit of the smallest amount of body fat increase, mostly due to the fact of poor carb choices, you know? Sometimes going for the let's say simple carbs like banana bread or cake instead of the healthy complex carbs like rice. So doing a little bit of a calorie deficit right now, just so I can get some more of that core definition. Hopefully by the end of a month or something, I should see some difference in terms of total body fat percentage. But you know, it's always gonna be just a little bit of a struggle grind. Now, I think I'm ready for 225s right now. Right now, this is 115 warm-up rep of 8. All right, time for 225 squat. Got my back brace on. One little thing before I start, I'm right now picking up my music selection. Pretty important for when you're trying to hit heavy weights. When you're doing like really big compound strength things, that's when you need a lot of overstimulating music. And then like on the rest of your workouts, when it's more focused on hypertrophy, there you can like really kind of like start to gently lower everything you do bring to failure It's a lot easier to reach failure when you got some dude screaming in your ear, all right? And that brings me to this thing. While I was in my retirement, while I was in my retirement home at the peak age of 17, I tapped in with some slam metal and death metal, right? And low-key, like, started hearing it ironically, but then it actually grew on me. I'm gonna do Peeling Flesh. I want some slam metal right now. Peeling Flesh, Candy Coated Corpse. That's what I'm listening to for this one. This is about to get real nasty. Could have done 10. I could have done 10. I can't. Could have done 10. I ended at 9. If you listen to the actual song, what happened was that I went to the calm part of the song. I went to the calm part of the song while I was at the last rep. So I don't know. I was too scared to do that 10th one. I know. I have no regrets if I should have done the 10th rep. I had it in me. Next workout, you're probably gonna see a 10th rep there. So I don't know why, but my left calf is especially feeling it. Feels kind of weak right now, but nothing I can't handle. And after a bit of some procrastinating between the first and second set, this is gonna be my second and last set of squat before I do some deadlift, followed by the actual hypertrophy machines to finish off the hypertrophy of the muscle after training some strength. See that? I just gotta choose a nice little song right now. Actually, I'm gonna do M-Train from Buckshot. I love that. I love that song. Bad form. Okay, I think the caffeine's wearing off already, and the bad sleep is already catching up. I don't know if I did 6. Oh my God. I don't know if I did 6 or 7 reps. That's a nice start to the workout, you know. Already losing my strength. You know, after doing heavy exercises like that, it's easy for your vision to get blurry for a little bit. And when that happens, that's just a sign that you're using a lot of your nervous system, that you're running out of energy. You shouldn't be worried from that in terms of like health. It's not like you have a concussion or anything, but it's just a little sign, you know. And of course, when you're using more muscles in a certain exercise, it's gonna drain your nervous system a lot more than if you were to just do isolation exercises. That's why if you wanna focus on hypertrophy, simply hypertrophy itself, isolated hypertrophy exercises are amazing because you can focus your storage of your energy straight to that specific muscle. So let's say I were to just do an exercise that simply isolates my biceps. Nervous system will only have to provide energy for the biceps, and therefore muscle failure will probably happen before nervous system failure. However, of course, compound exercises hit multiple muscles at once, so you know, although you won't be able to get the same exact muscle failure that you get off a isolated hypertrophy exercise, you do get a good in-between throughout several muscles, and we'll have more of an applied strength in that area of muscle group. So take this for example. Let's just say I do leg extension. I'd have humongous quad. Let's say I do squat. My legs wouldn't be as big, but I'd be able to have more applied force, and my vertical probably be higher. My overall health doing squats would probably be higher, including knee joint strengthening, this, that. So you kind of see the differences, you know, and it's all about just like gathering all this information and applying it. And the best way to learn stuff and apply it is through just going to the gym frequently. You see that? All right, time for the bane of my existence, that being RDLs. I never really know if I'm actually doing good form on it or not. due to the state that my lower back is in. Every time after I do it, despite always trying to like think of having a straight back and everything, I always feel like there's a bit of curvature always. And when I do too little weight, I can't really reach failure. When I do what I feel like is the correct amount of weight, where I can do a nice like 8, 10, 11 reps, I feel like my lower back is getting the worst of it. But we're gonna see how it turns out. For some reason, my left calf is really bugging me, man. Luckily, niche music taste is gonna save me. Right now, I'm gonna listen to. I can't decide between No Sign of Relief from Cool Intentions or something from Alice in Chains. I'm listening to Reckoning from Cool Intentions right now. I want some hard rock right now. You really gotta practice the form before you do it, you know? This is good form right here. Alright. Man, I feel it in my lower back. I'm scared, man. 245, by the way, 245. My lower back is killing me, mate. Bloody hell. I'm probably only gonna film one of these. I feel a lot of I'm not really proud of this type of exercise. I felt my knees wobbling, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't pushing them down. I should not be doing 240. I should not be doing 245s. The pre-workout's trying to escape. I feel its hands trying to claw out of my throat. Hey, we respect the grind though. Alright, so finished all the compound workouts, and now it's time, compound exercises. And now it's time for the beautiful, beautiful isolated hypertrophy exercises, to which I think, hold on, let me check out what I planned. I'm gonna just do 2 sets of leg extension, then 2 sets of seated leg curls, Coach Mike style, and then I'm gonna be doing calves. Also, just a little bit of cardio. I do a bit. I'm gonna finish off with a bit of 10 minutes cycling afterwards. But I don't know why my left calf is really bugging me. I don't know why. I think I don't know. All right, 165. Why not? 172.5 pounds leg extension. Let's see how that goes. I could have done more. But man, isolation exercises hurt so much. I think that was a solid 16 reps. Hopefully I can replicate that for the next set of this. Dude. All right, I'm feeling pretty juiced out right now. Time for hypertrophy of hamstrings, that being seated leg curls. I'm doing 166 pounds. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, man. All right, almost done my workout. Just missing one more of these. Then 3 sets, calf raises, cardio, and I'm out of here. Time for calves. I just finished 2, so far total. 2 sets squat, 2 sets deadlifts, 2 sets leg extension, 2 sets seated leg curls. Now I'm gonna finish it off with 3 sets calves, and then a nice little 10 minutes of a quick little cardio. And so far, for just those 8 sets that I mentioned, it took me 2 hours. Or to be specific, 1 hour 53 minutes, because I'm like a king at procrastinating in the gym. All right, finally done with my workout, and might as well just pose a little bit. So, not really sure how my camcorder is going to react to this crazy muscle definition. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I cramp up when I do vacuum. Let's do some chest, side chest. That was nice. Now, I feel like my biggest issue is with my core. I don't really have six-pack genetics. I feel like even on my most lean, the most I've had is a 4-pack, and I'm okay with that. But I feel like the issue is that combined with me having a wide frame, so whenever I have like the smallest increase in body fat, it doesn't look the most pleasing. Although for those who don't know, I'm filming off a camcorder, and I cannot use the audio from the camcorder directly because its audio processor is horrible. So I have to record the audio on my iPad, so I connect my wireless mic to my iPad, which I then put on top of the video when I actually edit this stuff. So just a little bit of knowledge right there.
All right. So it's been like a couple of days since I actually recorded the gym stuff. I got pretty injured. So I messed up my form doing Romanian deadlifts. Maybe not messed up my form, but the point is I messed up my lower back doing Romanian deadlifts. Maybe I just did too much of those because I did those pretty frequently, right? I ended up being like a middle-aged man throughout the entire rest of the week. In school, I was like moving around my desk like this because I actually felt severe discomfort in my lower back. Now it's a lot better. And then a couple days later, I did a push workout. Maybe messed myself up and seated dumbbell shoulder press because I don't know what happened. My right shoulder was popping like crazy. Not a good experience. All right. So I'm doing something that is way overdue, and that is to make a new split for me, as you can see right here in this beautifully decorated Google Sheets. Now, my split beforehand was simply just like push, then pull, then legs. And then like I would have like one day in between. This would probably be a Wednesday or something, in which I do core forearms with cardio and stuff. After every workout, I do a bit of cardio. Now we're getting off topic here. I have to make a new one. The issue was that for every single workout I did, I would just start off with the same old exercise schedule of I start off with these strength exercises, and then I go into the hypertrophy exercises. And of course, strength exercises are amazing, but not when you're doing them in almost a twice a week basis. Such as like, imagine doing squats almost 1.5 times a week, 225 pounds for a couple high reps, you know. It's not that good for the lower back at all. And I mean, and I'm talking from experience here. Now, I could do a type of upper lower thing. So I have to figure that out. I'm thinking of a week 1, week 2 schedule in which I have, here, wait, let me set this up real quick. Now I do gotta decide whether I want to do push-pull legs or something else. I could split up my days, but if I do, then that creates a whole headache in terms of planning for knowing when to put arms as whenever you do chest or back. I got an idea. When you do strength-focused exercises, you're mostly going to be doing compound, okay? Compound workout exercises right here, look. Right there, compound exercises. When you do compound exercises, you're not isolating anything. You're using everything at once. So I can have 1 week where I basically do a push-pull leg schedule, right? And over here, I'll be able to do all the like pull-ups I want, pull day. I can do all the bench I want and push day, and I can do all the squats and deadlifts I want and leg day. All right, and that is going to be where I get most of my progress. And then in my hypertrophy-focused week, I can do isolation exercises. So I can have like I can do chest / shoulders. I can do back bicep. No, back.
Bicep, yeah. I can do, actually, not that bicep, I can do back and what else? I can do back. Wait a minute. Back, rear delt, traps. Alright, that's good, right? Back rear traps. And then legs, wrist, arms, shoulders. Four.
Alright, so this is my officially new workout plan right here, alright? Right here. This is it right here. Now, to explain this, I am looking for a decrease in overall volume, I'd say. I feel like I've been volume maxing and mostly going too much on fatigue in terms of muscles due to an overload of compound exercises. So instead, I'm doing a 2-week schedule, all right? Monday is going to be push. I do my bench there. Tuesday, pull, back bicep, yada, yada, yada. Wednesday, legs, squats, deadlifts. I'll be able to do every single compound exercise I want. Thursday, core forearms. Friday, Saturday, I get to decide whether I want to do more push, more pull, or more legs, you know, because it's going to be an uneven amount. I won't be able to fit all of push, pull, and legs into those last 2 days. Now, as for hypertrophy focus, I will need to discover a couple new exercises, or not really discover, but just start applying more exercises into my schedule in which it goes more towards isolation, because I feel like most of my exercises are not really hinting towards isolation, much more the overall grouping of muscles. So for example, like most of my chest workouts, or like most of the times I would work out chest, I would first start off with bench and then incline Smith machine. Whereas with this new isolation exercise, since this is chest and shoulders, I could probably do chest flies. All right, I can even isolate the chest flies even more. I can do high to low chest flies for lower chest, and do this for medium chest and like this for upper chest. All right. That will give me a lot more freedom, and also since I have a week absolutely dedicated to compound exercises, I'll even be able to add a little more intense workouts. Exercises such as dips for push. I've not done dips in a while, and I don't know, something about it has been calling my name recently. I'll also have the freedom to do squats and deadlifts on leg day. And as for the hypertrophy focused leg day, I think I can just do more machine focused. Maybe I can do Smith squat. I'll probably focus on machine exercises. Yet at the same time, I don't want to only focus myself on like leg extension and seated leg curls. So who knows, maybe I could even try doing like split squats or something, just as long as it's not too demanding on the lower back. The whole reason for the hypertrophy leg day is just to avoid the lower back death, because lower back pain is like some of the worst things in the world. And then yeah, since chest and back are a couple days away from arms, I'll be able to do arms with the complete certification that I did not use, that my biceps and triceps are completely well rested, you know, just in case, like let's say I mess up a form on isolation and accidentally activate the arms a little too much. And as of that, that's my new workout, you guys.